Hi, Evan. How are you? Hi, Lacey. I thought I seen you pop on, Lacey. I seen your name, but then I'm like, before I say hi, I'm like, hopefully it's I don't want to say hi unless I know it's the Lacey, unless it's my Lacey. Oh, thanks, Evan. Hi, Dream. How are you? How was your day? Oh gosh, that is hot. That tea is so hot. I did too. I had a quiet day. Do you ever just think like, what did I do today? What did I do today? I feel like I went out once today. I didn't do much today. Yesterday I was really busy. Sure, Evan, I'm your friend. I'm good, Lacey. How are you? Oh, thank you. How was your day, Lacey? Yeah, I was just like thinking to myself, like, I think because yesterday I was so busy, like not doing anything crazy, just food shopping and cooking and stuff like that. And as much as my days wasn't extremely busy, the time creeped up so quick because I'm like, oh my God, it's already almost 11 o'clock and I wanted to jump on a live tonight. Oh, good night, Evan. Have a good night. And I was gonna, I just knew it was kind of getting late and I didn't want to like not jump on the live tonight. So I was like, you know what? Let's just jump on. Yeah, it feels like that for me too, Heba. Oh, congrats, Lacey. That's exciting. That's so exciting. Dream, it's like, it's a game changer when you really just, and you know what I notice really is helpful, Dream? Is like each thing you're doing in the moment, making the best of that moment. And like, not necessarily making sure what you're doing is productive, because honestly it doesn't really matter what you're doing as long as like you're feeling good while you're doing it, right? Because that to me means it's productive. But like just in each moment, like even if I'm just like something as silly as like just like cleaning the floor, like just taking my time, not rushing, just not feeling like I have to be somewhere else while I'm doing it, like just really practicing like being in the present moment while I'm doing something, like especially when it comes to kids. And I know you have kids too, Dream. Hi, Christine. How are you? Like really stopping and listening to my kids talk to me and just listening to every word they say. I'm 33. My daughter is 8. Oh, you're scared? Oh, don't be scared, Lacey. You're pro. You have an 8-year-old. It's gonna be so easy for you. As soon as the baby comes, you're just gonna get right back into the groove. I had all mine really close together, so they were like not even probably maybe 2 years apart, all my kids. So it was like by the time I had my third, I was just like, it was such a breeze. So, Chris, that's the point, Chris. The point is to not be involved with your manifestation and the unfolding of it. You don't have to know anything. You can know nothing in regards to your manifestation unfolding, and it could just show up one day. It could just show up. It really kind of depends on what it is, because some things are unseen and some things are unfolding in front of you, and you have to take a step back and say, oh, I can see how these things are unfolding for me to manifest this or this or that. But a lot of things are actually truly behind the scenes and you're not knowing what's going on, and your only part in it is to just focus on yourself and feeling good every day. And if you're doing that, Chris, that's it. That's enough. That's all you have to do. But if you're worrying that you're not doing something or not doing enough, that like kind of like delays things a little bit, right? Feeling good is being aligned, Chris. So there's a mix in your energy then. If you're saying that you're feeling aligned, but you're not feeling aligned, but you're feeling good, then you still have a mix in your energy. Because if you're feeling good, you're aligned. So you probably still have you have mixed energy. And that's okay. Just keep focusing on feeling good. And when you're not feeling 100%, just remain calm. All you have to do is remain calm. That's it. I always say, like, that's part of this too. Remaining calm, practicing non-reaction is truly a part of this process. It's a very powerful, to practice this, because you're going to have days that are just they're calmer, and you're kind of just hanging out with yourself, and you're just, you're relaxing into those slower days, moving slower. It's okay to have days where you're not doing anything, right? That's all from our programming, to think that we have to be constantly moving and going and hustle bustle, 24/7. It's always came natural to me once they arrive. I know. It's so funny, Dream. It's so funny because no matter how, like, I have 3 kids right now, they're like teenagers, but like when I'm holding other people's babies, it's almost like I forgot. Like, I hold my brother's, like he just had a baby. His kids are all close together. He has little ones, and I'm almost like awkward. But with my kids, like, it was so natural. But like with their kids, I'm always like, and then they start crying, and I'm like, oh my god, like why are they crying? It's almost like I forget. Like, almost you have to like get back in that groove again, but it comes right back to you. Right, Lacey? I feel like that's just like such a so much from our programming, to think that we have to always be moving and always be going, and we feel so guilty if we're just like doing nothing and relaxing, and like, it's just picking up those beliefs, better beliefs now, knowing it's okay to relax, it's okay to chill. Hi Mara, how are you? I think sometimes that those days are the best, honestly. They're like, I feel like you're getting information that you need and you don't even realize it. Okay, thank you, just how I think about it. Yeah, Chris, so just keep feeling the best you can in each moment, and just staying calm on the days that you don't feel your best, and that's it. That's you moving towards everything. You can't make it any more simple than that. It's literally that simple. It's only because we make it more difficult. That's all it is. We make it more difficult. There's so much information out there. It's information overload out there. You could just not pay attention to anybody that's teaching anything, and just live your everyday normal life with you and your family. Get up, do your routine, and just know that you're here to live an amazing life. Know you're unlimited. Know you're here, you're moving towards your best life by just feeling the best you can in each moment, and just staying calm when you don't, and just keep telling yourself, I know I'm moving towards my best life. I know I'm here to live an amazing life. I know I'm here to feel good. And you'll move towards everything you could possibly want. It's that knowing now. It's that knowing now that you are unlimited. You're unlimited. Like, just think about that word, unlimited. There's infinite possibilities here that you could experience. That's really big. So just relax more. It's all about relaxing more. Relax more, chill out more, do more things for it really is about focusing on yourself, feeling good, putting yourself first, feeling good first, and then you can be, good for others, be an example to others. Definitely be open-minded, Dream, right? That is so, so true. I've always been open-minded my whole entire life. I never felt, I was always so, I don't know, I guess like just accepting of everyone, like I always wanted everybody to feel comfortable. Yeah, some days it's good to be busy, and some days that you're not busy, it's okay not to be busy, right? There's like no wrong or right. I do like when I am, like, I have a day where I'm doing things. Oh, thank you. where I'm up and like I kind of like, I don't like to plan too much because that gives me anxiety. I kind of like to live in the present moment. But like I like when I have like a day where I go out, I get the stuff to make dinner, come home, clean the house, you know, that kind of a day. And I like days like that. But I also like days where I just chill. You put God first by putting yourself first because you are God. Hi, Ray. How are you? Oh, that's awesome, Ray. That's always a good day. God lives through us. God, source, love and light, it lives through us. Yes, we're humans, but we're also spirit. Oh, goodness. I guess that person doesn't understand about creating their own reality. That's okay. Not everybody does. Not everybody understands it. Hi, Sherry. Exactly, Dream. Aw, I'm glad you're on too, Lacey. I felt bad last night. I got on like about 11, and then as I was jumping off, a couple people jumped on, and I'm like, I feel so bad because I was on for like an hour. It's just Stella. It's just regular Lipton tea with sugar. That's all it is. Yeah, so like just water, Lipton, and sugar. Like literally, that's it. I don't even add milk in it or anything. Oh, that's Gemini. That's so awesome. That's pretty much where everything started for me, was at my job. I remember saying like, I want to prove to people that you can do this even when you have all these unfavorable things in your life. You know, I hate to say they're all unfavorable, but it's just stuff like that you were limited. That's what I call it. Like, I don't like to say everything was horrible in my life. It was just, you were created unconsciously. Your thoughts were all over the place. Your emotions were all over the place. Even if you tried, I felt like I was a pretty stable person. But you just didn't know that you were the creator of your own reality, right? So there was a lot of things that you created unconsciously. You were limited. You thought you could only be, do, and have so much, right? So this was all me being at my job, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to prove it to myself that I can get myself out of this, even being here. You know, when people just say to me, like, you ever see people say, like, it's just your thoughts. Your thoughts just create. Yeah, we all get that. But listen, I was always a pretty balanced person, and it's not easy just to be just 100% 24/7 aware of your thoughts all the time. You can't. It's so much. That's why I always talk about it's so much easier to make it about feeling and feeling good, and then it's easier to be on top of your thoughts. You find your thoughts manifesting. You can actually catch your thoughts manifesting. You know exactly where you are in regards to things, right? So a lot of people that talk about this, I hear them say, like, it's just your thoughts create your reality. And I don't even like to say that too much, because we have so many darn thoughts a day. We have so many. There's no way you're always going to be on top of every single one of your thoughts. It just seems so much easier to make it about feeling. Oh, what happened, Ray? I missed it. Let me see. Ray, that's awesome. Woohoo! I love that. Congrats, Ray. That's awesome, 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 awesome news. Ray, can I ask, what, like, did you do meditation and breathwork practices? You didn't? No? So what did you mostly focus on? Staying positive? Virgo, no, I don't do coaching at the moment. I don't do anything at the moment. I do have a private Facebook group, though, that you could join. And if you have any questions, I can answer your questions on there. It's uplifting and positive and stuff, like, you know, very helpful for people. You seen that cake, Johnny? Yeah, I know. I'm literally eating that cake all by myself. I made that cake, and my kids just don't eat it. We talk about creating your own reality, manifestation. Ben. It's like when I ask someone a question, I have to like wait for it to, because like there's so much popping up and I don't want to miss it. My kids don't eat it. It's just so funny. Like they just don't eat cake like that. I need to have like cookies and cake, like something in the house, like sweets. Oh, I love that. That's so inspiring, Ray. I love that so much. Oh, and you just knew. I'm from Philly, Little. Thanks, 5D. When people say like, what's this page about? I'm always like, manifestation, creating your own reality. Nathan always says mindset. What's he always say? I think he says mindset and manifestation. I think he says, like, yeah, all those things. Thanks for the likes, guys. But yeah, so you can join we have a private Facebook group if you're new and if you have any questions, because I'm not doing any coaching, but I do have a ebook coming out soon. I was actually just editing that a little bit today, adding some I was like adding an affirmation like on each page. Like, you guys know I love my general affirmation. So you can actually click right on my link there, and it's actually, I think it might be the first thing on the link. It says create your best life. I think it says create your best life, private Facebook group. It's called Create Your Best Life though too. It's on Facebook. I think it's been really good. Super uplifting, super positive. Thank you. Thanks for the likes, guys. I like never realized like the likes coming through, and now I'm more focused on it and paying attention to it. I'm just scrolling up. I posted a new video today. Did you guys check it out on the Facebook group? What's my Snap? I don't have Snap. Do you guys have Snap? I don't have anything. I have TikTok, and I got my private Facebook group. I don't even have, like, I have an Instagram and I have a Facebook, but they're not active. Someone just said today on my actual, so guys, if anybody ever tries to friend me on my actual Facebook page, I don't ever go on it, so don't think I'm being mean by not accepting you. It's because I never go on it. But something just popped up in my thing, like above in my phone. It said you were just accepted by a friend on Facebook, and I'm like, accepted? I never even friended anyone on Facebook. I'm not on Snap. I don't get a Snap. I used to be on it, Dream. It's one of those things that I just I stopped doing. I got so maybe I got boring or something. I don't know. I got off Snap. I got off Facebook. I got off Instagram. I have TikTok. I have YouTube, which I just post my lives on there. I don't know. I liked Snap was fun for I think I sheltered myself for a while. But I liked it. I like seeing seeing the kids in my family, like my nieces and nephews and stuff like that. I'm not even I'm super bored with TikTok also now. It's I have the things that I follow, and it's just everyday people. That's all I follow. I don't follow anything educational, because I don't do that anymore. Even when I listen to certain people that I used to listen to, like Joe or whatever, it's I don't need that anymore. I'm past that. I'm not saying I'm past. I just know everything has been unfolding for me in a way just by making about feeling the best I can and remaining calm, and things are kind of just unfolding for me very naturally, and I just like the way things are unfolding. But I do like Abe, but it's also just the same videos that I post for you guys. They're the ones I listen to all the time. Is the law of assumption based? And if so, what do you think of trauma? So I try to say, Ellie, I don't know the law of assumption enough, honestly. I just look at manifestation as knowing there's every possible reality. Every possible reality exists in this very moment. Infinite realities. If you think it, you can experience it if you want it. You're unlimited. And as soon as you ask for it, Ellie, it's done in this moment. If you want to experience something, it's done in this moment, and it's unfolding in this very moment. So I think that's kind of similar to the law of assumption, but I make it more about, Ellie, making it more about feeling good to get yourself out of those lower energies, or else you're kind of you get manifestations, but you're not happy. You keep repeating cycles over and over again. You're very reactive to life, and you just find yourself stuck in life, consistently stuck. So I talk more about getting yourself out of those lower energies, and that's you moving towards everything that you want in the best way possible for you, along with other things, just moving towards your best life in general. So I don't know if that's really the law of assumption. I kind of teach it, explain it in my own way, through my own has worked best for me. Now, when it comes to trauma, I try to tell people, don't label anything like that. Don't say I have trauma, because then it's you're giving it power, right? All it is a lower energy. It's a story that doesn't serve you anymore, that was unconsciously created because we didn't know we created our own realities. But just take your power back in that moment and say that was unconscious creation, and now I'm moving forward to creating my own reality by feeling the best I can, and when I don't feel so good, I just stay calm. That's you moving towards literally everything, and that's breaking through all that, if you want to call it trauma, limiting beliefs. It will break through everything and put you on your best path, your path of least resistance, because everybody has a reason for being here. Everybody has their own reason for being here, in my opinion. Yeah, so because a lot of people ask me about trauma, and I always just try to I struggle with feeling safe and unsure how to manifest feel genuinely safe. So Ellie, you're not jumping. You're not taking this leap to get to there. Just understand that, okay? You're not jumping to feeling better overnight. You're not going to just one day be like, oh my gosh, it's all gone. I feel amazing. It's a gradual change. It's a gradual change. But just knowing this information, Ellie, is enough. You just know this now. I know I'm here to live an amazing life. I know that now. I know I'm moving towards that in this very moment. So it's about feeling the best you can in each moment. You don't have to be perfect. Feeling the best. Sometimes, Ellie, I just posted a video today of how I started. I screamed. I would scream, I would cry, and then I'd be like, all right, I'm good. I'm moving forward. in those moments when you're not feeling so great and you have a moment where you can get calm, say things to yourself that I am safe, I am protected, I am being guided. Like, say things like that in that moment. I'm supposed to feel good. I am here to live an amazing life. So you can say things like that to yourself in that moment. But no, I mean, I know when you're in it, it stinks, but it's okay, because you're going to have moments where you're screaming and you're crying. But I can tell you right now, those moments will get less and less and less when you keep doing this practice. Because the thing is you know this now. So you know now you're always moving forward. You're always moving forward now. Just by knowing this information, you're always moving forward. You will start to feel safe. You will start to feel better. You will start to feel that relief, that release. And also, so even when you're freezing, it's okay. Freeze. I'm good. I'm safe. I'm fine. Deep breath. Talk to yourself. Go inside your mind in that moment. What was I going to say to you? I was going to say, and Ellie, do a meditation practice and do some breath work as well. Check out in my playlist, I have breathwork meditation. It'll say in a video that says breathwork meditation, and I really break it down how simple meditation can really be. Breathwork's really powerful too in those moments when you're kind of like dropping in those lower energies. You find yourself panicking. Oh, thanks, Larry. I love Ellie. Yeah. Like Lewis, like just make it I always feel like making it as practical as possible, if that makes sense. No problem, Ellie. Hi, Nathan. How are you, Nathan? Oh, thanks, Soul. Yes, information overload. It's hard. It's hard to step away from all of the stuff out here, but if you can, it takes discipline. And I know I don't love the word, the word, you can use discipline in a positive way by using it to benefit yourself. It's, it gets boring sometimes, but if you can just block out a lot of things and just sit with yourself, right, and just stay calm and do things that feel good and do a lot of that, you'll speed through things. You really will. It's about being comfortable with being alone, being okay with being alone, and you just start falling into something that's very natural and that feels like it was meant for you all along. Stay true and stay blessed, beautiful queen. Hope you're having. Oh, thank you. Is manifesting really about feeling? So manifesting is your thoughts coming into existence. It's your thoughts. We're always thinking. We're always manifesting. We really can't stop manifesting, but it's backed up by feeling, because a lot of us, we're in lower energy, so we're not really manifesting the things that we want to manifest because we're stuck in cycles, in lower energy cycles, and we're more in the opposite of what we want, if that makes sense. But the more you do the practice of feeling better, then you start to see how your thoughts do really manifest. You look around you, everything you've manifested, it was a thought first. Anything around you right now, you've thought about it first. We're not so aware of it before we know this, because it's very repetitive. Our life is very repetitive. We go to work every day. We do the same thing every day. We come home. We do have the same routine. So we think, oh, this was a thought first? Like, no, this is just my life. Because you're just not aware enough to realize that your thoughts create reality. But the more that you're opened up to this information and you understand this, you practice feeling better, you start to really see, oh my gosh, my thoughts create my reality. But at first it is feeling, but you're on the opposite of what you want for the most part, especially when you learn about manifesting, because you think you're just going to start thinking things into being and they're just going to happen, but it don't work that way, because you're most likely in opposition of it. That's why meditation is so helpful, and staying calm, because you're really quieting your mind and you're releasing all that stuff that doesn't serve you. and you're quieting your life, right? And you're able to really see, okay, what you want and what you don't want. David, without a doubt, my suggestion to getting out of lower energy situations is 100% get yourself so darn calm that you're in complete silence and you're moving in slow motion and you're not entertaining whatever that thought or thing that is showing up in front of you, and you're just staying so calm, and I promise you it will dissipate from your life. It might take a little bit of time because you may still slightly be reacting to it, but I'm telling you, and proof from these people here, like, you know, that also practice this, it goes away. It really does go away. There's such a power in, you know, calmness and stillness and quieting your mind as much as you can, because it really is your thoughts that are manifesting, right? It's all our thoughts. You know, it's, you know, our own reality. So, you know what, Marie, I don't talk about self-concept, like, I don't talk about things the same way other people talk about them. There's a lot of people that follow Neville, but I don't. I followed Abraham Hicks. And I never got into like self-concept. It's more about just 100% focusing on yourself and feeling good on your own without these manifestations while they unfold. While your best life is unfolding, you're making the best of your current reality, just knowing that you're moving towards more, and you're putting yourself first, and you're feeling good, and you're practicing calmness. That's my definition of self-concept, I guess you could say, is like putting yourself first and feeling good without it, and being secure on your own, and, you know, just using up everything in your everyday current reality to the best of your ability. So I explain it as, if you only have $10, you make the best of that $10. If your house isn't perfect the way you want it to be, you make it as nice and comfortable as possible, and you clean, and you light a candle, and you know you're moving towards better, because that's gratitude, that's appreciation, being grateful for what you do have. And if you can make that a practice, you're going to see things changing really fast in your life, because in order to receive more, you have to appreciate what you do have and know that you are unlimited. So that's my best way, because I don't use really labels too much. So I don't use labels. So self-concept, law of assumption, law of attraction, I don't focus on those terms too much. I think it's more an intuitive thing for me. It's a feeling thing for me. Remaining calm, feeling the best you can in each moment, trusting yourself, trusting in this process. I like Abraham Hicks. I don't know if you listen to her, but I really like her teachings. I think they're like extremely powerful. But it's all going to come down to yourself and trusting yourself, right? You can listen to me, you can listen to whoever you want, but you have to get to a place where you truly trust. But, you know, you do build the trust by listening to others too, right? Like Abraham is truly 100% gotten me to where I am today. There's no doubt in my mind. Yes, definitely, Taurus. Make it easy. I agree. We make it too difficult because we think it's harder than what it is, but that's the point. The point is that you're unlimited, and this can be as easy as you want it to be. I always try to tell people, really, really let that word sink into your mind, unlimited, okay? And also let this sink into your mind, infinite possibilities, unlimited possibilities, right? It's all the same thing, but just really let those things sink in. Like, what are you wanting to, Nathan? Did I miss something? Oh, I'm so glad that you noticed that. I think, yeah, like I feel like some people will resonate with what I'm saying and some people won't, and that's okay. Like with me, I'm just the comment that just got it. Did I miss it? People are so funny. They just say stuff. He gone. You guys are so awesome. And that's another reason why, oh, thanks, David, why I always say, like, you don't really have to be specific. You can just say, I'm here to live an amazing life, and I'm moving towards that in every single moment now. And, you know, make it about feeling the best you can and just staying calm when you don't. That'll lead you to everything. Because I always say some of my manifestations that I just let go and they kind of just unfold it, came in so amazing. And it's because I didn't think about them at all. And they just came in the best way possible for me. So I know that that's the best way to do it. Certain things we're just attached to a little bit too much, and that's why we're not allowing them to, like, get here quick enough. It really does all come down to resistance, but you don't have to be perfect in order to experience your manifestation either. It's about being lined up with it more than not being not lined up with it, right? In the opposition of it. I know, Nathan, I didn't get one today. I actually got a Coke from McDonald's today. I got a Coke from McDonald's. I still have some of my refresher in the fridge, though, from yesterday. So Patrick, something I learned is that we're never really stuck. I used to always say that. Because we're always moving forward, right? But when you are, I used to always say that, though, so I totally get that. I used to always say, I felt stuck before I learned this information. But when you're feeling like you're just in a lower energy or you're in a cycle, you just stop and you just relax into it. Relaxing into it as much as possible, knowing that it's serving a purpose to some way, shape, or form, right? But just be kind to yourself in those moments, be kind to others in those moments. Let it just pass through you, right? Even if it's hanging around with you for a while, even if it's hanging around for a day, and you're just in that lower energy, just relax as much as you can, move at a slow pace, and it'll pass through you. It'll pass through you. And you're always moving forward. That's the thing. I cannot stress that enough. You're always moving forward. When you know this, like Abraham always said this, and I never clicked till later on, and I watched and seen how much changed in my life. She said, you can never go back. Once you know this, you can't ever go back. But you're going to keep feeling better. You're going to keep raising your energy. You're going to get yourself out of those energies. It's just such a gradual change that it doesn't feel like you're making progress. It's almost like when people say if you have a child and you watch them grow, you don't notice, like you don't turn your head one day and they're an adult. It's so gradual. That's exactly what this is doing. It's a graceful way to move out of these lower energies. So honestly, vibes, when I really seriously think about it, and when I really started clicking for me, probably not long at all. I can honestly say that probably a lot quicker than a lot of other people that I've heard been doing it for like 12 years, 7 years. I would say for maybe 2 years, maybe. And not, most of it was positive. It wasn't all bad. I had to break through some old stories and unfavorable things, yes, just like everybody else. But I don't think that really was that long. When I look back, by just focusing on as much as I could, feeling the best I could, and remaining calm when I don't, but that didn't really come until later. First, I was just learning information. I was studying Joe Dispenza's teachings. I was studying Eckhart, Abraham, focus, like other people too. Always would go back to them three the most. And like one thing kind of led to the next, but there was a lot of positive change in that process too. It's all working in your favor. That's what's important to know. It just doesn't seem like that at first because remember, you're asking for more. You're getting it. We're all always asking for more. Now we're waking up to this information and it's all working in our favor, guys. We just don't think it at first because we're so like still learning this and we're like scared to death of all these changes, but they're actually changing for you to move towards your best life because you asked for this. We all asked for this change, to feel good and live this amazing life. But we just get so afraid and we're like, why is this all happening to me? It's actually happening for your highest good. But I love Abraham. I just love Abraham. I always say it. I always say it in front of my kids and all the time. Like, I love Abraham Hicks. It's changed my life without a doubt. Oh, I used to listen to Greg too. I thought Greg was like such a sweet soul. And Bruce Lipton, I listened to him a lot. I listened to so many of them, but I always went back to Abraham. They were like the little extras that I listened to. Like, not that they're not just as important, but like that I would throw in there, like Bruce and Greg and all them, and get something from it. But really, as Abraham number one, and Joe and Eckhart, like them two also, but just without a doubt, Abraham Hicks. And Bashar, I like Bashar too. Are you in our Vibe? Are you in our private Facebook group? Because I post her videos too every day. I post my favorites. I have like 6 favorites that I listen to consistently every day. They're short, they're right to the point, and it's all I need right now. Because I'm like, I don't listen to all the long ones with the people and all that too much anymore. Have you, Patrick? And you know what's so funny? I never read any books on any of this stuff. Did you see that light got really bright on here? It's like almost too bright. I never read any books. I just listened to Eckhart when he would talk on stage or whatever. And I listened to Joe on like podcasts. I like to listen to him on podcasts. Okay, I'll accept your vibes after this. I'll get you in there. I do love Eckhart. A lot of people, they can't listen to him because he's just so, he like really, but that's like the point. That's his point. His point is to, you know, the space in between your thoughts, right? That space in between your thoughts, which honestly, I get that because when I'm making a video, if I'm answering a question on my TikTok, I stop and pause all the time. I do feel like I'm getting my information from like a higher source in those moments because I pause and I just try to give the best answer that I can, like in a higher energy. Everything is manifesting for me. What do I do with it though? Well, you just know, like, if everything's manifesting and your life is great, that's awesome. You be appreciative, right? Be grateful and know that you're growing and expanding with those things. That's what I always say. When you do start to manifest and these things start coming into your life, it's not the end. You're unlimited. You're gonna be grateful and you're gonna grow and you're gonna expand with those manifestations. That's the point of it. The point is to start being grateful now. And you'll allow more in, and then we're growing. There's never going to be an end. It's not going to be like where you're just like, oh, my life is amazing, and I'm just going to sit back and, you know, do nothing. No, because you're going to always be growing and expanding. You're going to always want more. What does Abraham say? Satisfied and eager for more. That's like one of her biggest things, which is so true, right? Did I miss a question, Nathan? I never heard of him, Patrick. Jen heard of her. Jen Sin. No, I can't even. I'm not even going to say the name right. Oh, I liked Alan Watts. I listened to him in the very beginning. Do we have constantly remind ourselves? No, Diab. No. No, you don't have to at all remind yourself of your manifestation, Diab. That is such a limiting concept that people say. You do not. Nope. Actually, as much as you can, focus on yourself and just know it's done and it's unfolding in this very moment. The more that you can take your attention off of it, actually, the better. I give this example, and I know it's a silly example, but it's always worked for me, and it's kind of like it's related to my manifestations when I would just not pay attention to them. If you're at a restaurant and you're waiting for your food, and you're just like waiting for it and you're like so hungry, it takes forever. It's like literally everybody, the waiter passes by, it's not your food. But if you're hanging out with friends and you're laughing and maybe you even you have a drink, I'm gonna have a drink right now, or an appetizer waiting for it, you almost don't want your food. You're like, no, you know what, take it back. I don't need it right now, I'm good. Like, we're having so much fun right now, right? Like, I love that analogy when it comes to manifesting. Get your mind off of it as much as possible. Focus on feeling good in your just everyday life and really like just make the best of, you don't have to always be 100%. You can just relax. That's making the best. I'm just going to make the best of just relaxing right now, right? Just, yes, take your attention off of it as much as possible. I believe that's what allows it to come in the best way possible. And I think quicker. Christine, I love it. But for me, it's always been like, you know, you have a drink and you have an appetizer and you're just laughing with friends and it's like you're having a good time and it's almost like, you know, it's like you don't want it to end, right? And now it's like, all right, now we're going to get our food and then we're going to leave. And If you think about it, will it not come in? No, that's also limiting too. You can still think about it all the time. It'll still come in. I just think, in my experience, it's so much better when I wasn't thinking about it, and it kind of surprised me, right? So that would be limiting if I told you, well, does that mean I can't think about it? No, you can think about it. You can think about it all the time. There's literally no wrong or right, but you don't have to think about it all the time in order to experience it, right? So don't get yourself anxious or upset or think you're doing anything wrong. There's no wrong or right to this. Just make it about feeling good, feeling the best you can in each moment, staying calm when you don't. Focus, I would say 100% on yourself. Allow this to unfold, and just know that everything's unfolding. Everything's going to come into your life. Everything that you want and more. That's okay. So P, maybe you can play around with that. So if at night you find yourself kind of like dropping a little bit, I do that. I get like that in the morning. So that's me. I'm always trying to figure out. I notice that like I can't lay too long. I have to jump up and start getting ready, because if I lay too long, I'll just like really start to drop. So just be aware of that. So maybe you could try quieting your mind at night. Maybe listening to like fan noise or something, like to just like occupy your mind if it's when you're in bed. Otherwise, like maybe like find some positive show to watch, something that feels good that you can watch to distract your mind. Play around with different things that you can do before you go to bed that can like get your mind off of it. Because honestly, I can relate to that in the morning. So I'm always trying to find different ways to like, you know, get out of that. Like, not for me, it's definitely not laying there too long. If I lay there too long, then it's like, all right, then I don't want to get out of bed. And then I say things to myself like, what if I didn't get out of bed? What if I laid here all day? And then I always used to say things to myself, you know what? Nothing would happen. Nothing bad would happen if I did. If I decided to literally lay in bed all day, the world would still move. The world would still go on and everything would be okay. And then of course I get up and I move. Yes, funny stuff. Find funny TikToks. I have a whole folder full of funny TikToks. You know, like I mean, I could just sit there and my whole house, like I'll just start laughing out loud, like just watching the funny TikToks. So that's a good one. I like that. I put them all in a folder. Circumstances, okay, hold on. Let me get your question. Thanks for sharing. Aw, thanks, Vibe. Circumstances don't matter because it's from your old creations. It's from your past. That's an unfolding of your past, right? That's not your new story. And everything's always changing in every moment. What is it changing to, though? The same story over and over again? Where's your focus? Is your focus on the unfavorable? So in those moments, how you get out of those unfavorable circumstances is you literally just stay calm in those moments. You become unbothered. You practice non-reaction and allow those things to just play out and run their course, right? So, which will allow the new stuff to start unfolding that you can't see, that you can't even see yet. If you're reacting, you're repeating. So if you're getting upset over it, if you're crying over it, if you're like, why is this happening to me? If it's dropping you to your knees, then you're repeating a story. You're going to repeat it. So in those moments when it's unfavorable, you have to practice staying calm. You have to somehow either take your attention away from it. You have to find a way to ignore it. Or if it's in your face and you can't ignore it, you have to practice non-reaction. You have to practice staying calm. So you stop it from happening, the unfavorable circumstance, so you can stop it from happening. So you can try to ignore it. You can distract yourself from it. You can practice non-reaction, which I highly recommend. And, you know, just keep staying calm when this thing keeps surfacing in your life, and it will literally disappear. It will disappear from your life. forgive yourself, because I mean, it's all unconscious creation that we weren't even aware that we were creating. You don't even have to, don't ever try to figure it out, Jackie. Don't ever try to figure it out. Don't figure out, why is this happening? Why did I create this? Don't try to figure anything out. Just stay calm. It'll go away, and it allows the new to keep unfolding. That's why I try to tell you guys, it's so simple. You just keep focusing on feeling the best you can in each moment and remaining calm when anything in your reality doesn't feel good, including those unfavorable circumstances. They will disappear, but be patient with yourself. Really be patient. Give them time to disappear, because sometimes we're still reacting and they pop up again. And we're like, they really are fading, but we're reacting again, and like we're keeping it alive. That's what keeps it alive, is when we react to it. Just stay calm. It'll go away. I don't know what you mean by that. When you thought your manifestation was going to happen, I don't think anything's going to happen at a certain moment. I don't focus on time at all. I allow things to come in when they're ready, when I'm ready, when they're supposed to. So I don't know if that answers your question though. What are your thoughts like when you are staying calm? Can you give an example? I try to not have thoughts, Ava. I try to stop my thoughts, because I know that that's what manifests. But when you're calm and you do have thoughts, Ava, it's still okay, because you're slowing the momentum down of them. Yeah, you're reacting a little bit by thinking about it, because remember, it's just your thoughts that are manifesting. But by you just breathing slower and really remaining calm, I'll say things to myself like, I know I'm here to live an amazing life. I know I'm exactly where I need to be. I know I'm being guided. I know everything's working out in my favor, even this moment. I'll say things like, this has to come up to the surface so it can be released. But I really make my main focus, Ava, on slowing my energy down and relaxing into that resistance. I'm not afraid of this resistance. I say that too. I'm not afraid of this. I'm not afraid of this. No, like this is fine. Hang out with me. You want to hang out with me today? We'll be friends today. Like, and I just move at a slower pace. I let it hang with me. But I'm telling you right now, it's all about that slow movement, that slow breathing. Just breathing slow, relaxing your body. That will kill that story off. That will kill that thought, unfavorable circumstance off. Does that kind of make sense, Ava? So it depends in the moment on what I say. It depends on what the story is, right? But I'll say things like that, though. I will say, like, I'm not afraid of this resistance. I know I'm safe. I know I'm being guided. You know, this is just coming up so it can be released. I'm exactly where I need to be. No, you do not have to deep dive into your limiting beliefs. I never once did that. Never once did that. And I just never resonated with that. You don't have to do that at all. Because you'll be deep diving for the rest of your life if you have to deep dive into anything, right? What does Abraham, she said something about blocks. Someone said, well, what about these blocks? And she'll say, I'm so bad. I am so bad at repeating things. I can never repeat anything. It's a good video she talks about blocks. You don't have to do that. That's another limiting belief, because all you're doing is staying calm to release all that old stuff. On the other side of what you don't want is everything that you do want. And the only thing that's keeping you from what you want is you're reacting. That's it. You're just reacting. So as soon as you practice non-reaction, everything starts coming into your life, everything that you want. And it might just be peace. It might just start out just to be peace, right? Things didn't start rolling in. It was just me coming into alignment with me and what I really love to do. And, you know, being a mom, being able to be a mom to my kids and be here for you guys and things like that, and focus on, you know, my book. And that's peace in my life. Just being able to have that peace is number one. That's what I can 100% say. Maminals. Oh, peeps. I know, but you know, Ava, like but you guys help me too. Like I love answering your questions. I get clarity. Like you don't even realize, like it's a whole big thing. It's not just me. I might be on here talking about it, but like even in our private Facebook group, and anytime you ask a question, like I get clarity too on things. And I love this. Like this isn't like a sacrifice for me. This is the best part of my day. Someone said the other day on here is like, oh, why do you do this? Is this for your ego or for money or for 3 things that were just not positive statements? And I'm like, no, I do this because I actually do love jumping on here. Because it's helping me too. It's helping me speak about this. It's helping me be a better speaker. It's helping me explain this better, right? It's all part of the process. Everything is literally working in your favor no matter what. Like I've caught things in my life that I'm like, oh, okay, I can see why like this is happening and that may have happened and why things happen this way. And for me, it was all very painless. And this is coming from somebody that was I always say I was so painfully shy. I never thought I'd be speaking like this in a million years. You couldn't tell me I'd ever be doing something like this. And I'm sitting here talking about it, right? And I'm on these lives, which at first I was so afraid to go. When I tell you guys doing live was crippling to me, I would just stand there and my mind would say like, just push the live button. Just do it. Just do it. So I first started doing lives with people. Like I would do the join live where like I would join them in a live. And I did that like 2 or 3 times. And then finally I was like, all right, it's time. I had that voice in the back of my head. But you know what? I never felt pressured. And that's why I always tell people this should never be an uncomfortable journey. I never felt like I have to force myself to do this. I never felt that way. I was eased into it. You know, I was eased into it. Oh, thanks, Ray. And I love you guys. These are my friends. I made friends on here. And one of my manifestations when I was at my job was I would sit down on those moments where I was like in a spiral myself and I would say, I just wish I had a support group to go to. I wish I could just like have, and you know what I used to always think to myself, where are these support groups? Like you got to pay for a mentor or a coach. Like I got to pay someone to help me, like when I'm going through something like a hard time right now. And so I never paid for a coach. I never paid for a mentor because I was like, really, like someone to like help me feel better? Like it just never, like that never felt right to me. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I know that's like also limiting too, to say like you can't charge people. I'm not saying that. But in that moment, it was like, there should be more help out there. You know, there should be more support out there. And there is, but maybe at the point, maybe it wasn't in my awareness at the point. Maybe I had to go through it in that way for a reason. I don't know the reasoning, but I don't care. I have my support group and you guys are in it. And that's probably why, so I could have a support group for you guys. Yes, Kit Kat. Just like, you ever see like a fuzz on your ground and you're like, is that a bug or is that a fuzz? I'm taking my jacket off because I'm starting to get hot. I'm getting hot in here. But yeah, so I used to always say that, like, why is there no support groups out here? Like, where are they? But maybe it was because like at the time, maybe this wasn't as big. Now, I don't know. More people are waking up to this now. That we create our own realities. Yeah, did you hear him, Nathan? I just let him out. What can I do if my night's sleep is stressed? So I like to try to quiet my mind, hey, because I usually like, I do not get good sleep. Not all the time, just recently. It's been like very, So I try to practice quiet in my mind. That actually puts me to sleep. It's almost like it's a bonus because you're actually practicing meditation. If you can lay in your bed and just kind of just keep quieting your thoughts over and over again, you're going to fall asleep from doing that. You could add like sounds, like a fan noise or something like that, and just keep focusing on the fan noise. I remember when I first started meditating, I would just try to like put a black dot in my mind and just keep looking at the black dot over and over again. I don't understand that question. If a certain moment seems perfect for your manifestation to play out, you're not supposed to know how it's unfolding. Yeah, so you'll start to feel more secure, Angelica, when you're practicing calmness. When you're practicing calmness in situations where you would normally panic, or you would get upset, or you would feel embarrassed, or you would get angry, anything at all, anything in a lower energy, the more you can just like relax into that and practice calmness, you're going to start feeling more confident in yourself, more secure, because you're going to you start to become in alignment with your true self. So doing the practice that I always talk about, I know I repeat myself all the time, is going to align you with your truest self, which your truest self is secure and confident. Yes, it will. Vibes, yes. It will help majorly with any type of anxiety or panic attacks, settling yourself down into that present moment and, focusing on your breathing, telling yourself like, I'm not afraid of this. I'm okay. I'm safe. I'm okay. I'm safe right now. I'm on a live.
Oh.
Do you need me?
Are your keys in there?
I thought I put them out there.
Oh, look, sorry.
No, it's okay. Just check to see. If not, they're in my bag. I know, I got it. Here, Ad. They want to sit.
Oh. Thank you.
Yep. She's like a heck no on being on a live. She's like, I don't want any parts of that, Mom. That's a good time puzzle. I like that. No problem, Angelica. Just always know you're moving forward. You're going to start to feel better. You're going to start to feel more secure, more confident, because that's you coming into alignment with your true self. Everybody compliments on these leggings, Ava. These leggings are probably like, I'm not kidding, they might actually be 10 years old. I'm not kidding. Like, that's how much I don't shop. I'm not a shopper. I know I gotta go shopping, but I don't like to shop. Anyway, they're probably 10 years old. And I'm gonna say that they're either from, these are the three places, because I could tell you 10 years ago probably where I got these. Either Target, Kohl's. I'm gonna say Target or Kohl's, but I think these are from Kohl's. And I don't like them. They're itchy. They're kind of like itchy. They're like when I'm down to like having no more like tights or jeans or anything left, or pants. I'm like, I gotta wear these itchy ones. I feel like, who's Lulu? Yeah, I one thing about me is I am not a shopper.
Oh, God, Annie. I'm just
Who's Lulu? Oh, and like Amazon or something like that. I've tried theirs. I don't like theirs. Or whatever my daughter doesn't wear anymore. She'll be like, I don't like this. And I'm like, oh, I'll take it. That's as far as my shopping goes, right to my daughter's room. That's why I have 20 of those tank tops in different colors, because I found these tank tops. I absolutely love them. I like the way they're cut and they're fit. So I got one in every color. And I'll go back and I'll try to get other colors. Oh, did you lose sound? Oh, you guys lost sound? I also don't like certain clothes. I don't like sleeves. I don't like long sleeves at all. I don't even really like sleeves. Like, that's how picky I am. I like a tank top. I have a jean jacket. Like, I have things. I put on a jean jacket today and I'm like, hell no. This thing is so uncomfortable. People, I wore it to look nice, not because I felt, I'm all about comfort. I am all about comfort. So I'll wear that jacket that's like has a hole in it just because it's super comfy, right? Like, I just like comfort. And that's why I don't love these tights, because they're like kind of itchy. Like, I just want I'm just basic. Do you, Ava? Oh, someone was hacking it? That's weird. Wait, how was that? That's weird. It wasn't like maybe one of my kids or something talking. My daughter was in here. She was out there talking. And my son's out. But did it sound like in here, or did it sound like something came through? That's so strange. Oh no, my daughter was talking to me. Now, oh, that's so weird. Oh, that's so strange. Now I'm gonna have to look back at it. 5D. Oh, I thought you were asking me. Oh, that's so weird. I'll look back at it when I upload it for YouTube. Let's say the only thing I can think of is that, like, my son is out there, and my daughter came in because she needed something, so it could have been like in my house, but that's so crazy. I'm definitely gonna check it out now. Oh yeah, no, usually if I get a phone call, it'll come up on the top of my screen, and I didn't see anything. Oh, my dog. My dog. Come on in. Come on in. Let me let these dogs out. That's another reason why I don't get any sleep, because my dogs. He is using a headset, Christine. He's playing a game with his headset. Both my sons are. They're both, one's like in his room and the other one's in the living room. Maybe that's what it is. It could be the headset. I'll check it out when I when I listen to this live again, and I'll know the voice if it's my son or not. That's really funny. It doesn't even feel like it's this late. Glitch in the Matrix, yeah. Yeah, I do. I have 2 older sons, and my daughter, she's my youngest. Oh yeah, I'll tell you, Nathan, definitely. I'll tell you guys. Are you? I'll put it when I post the YouTube live. I'll put it in a comment underneath, and on the Facebook private group if you are all in it. Oh, I don't play video games. Absolutely not. I could never get into video games. I did always like the Wii though. I literally just told my son today that I want him to hook the Wii up again, but play like where it's like, you know, like the family games. Oh, you're not in my, Nathan, why aren't you in my Facebook group? Yeah, I don't play video games. Unless it's like the Wii or something. Or I always liked Mario Kart. I played that with my daughter a lot. I did like that one. But not like their type of, their video games are like, they seem like real life. Like the way they act with them. Ava, you're not in it either? I get so surprised when like you guys, like Nathan and Ava, like you aren't in it. Oh, you have it, Nathan? Nathan, oh, I was going to say, I don't really use it either, but I use it just for that. I know, I never win. My daughter always beats me all the time, but it is fun. I do like it. Because there's just so many different things you can play on, like so many different like places you can go to with it. I'm from Philly. Oh, hold on, my dog again. You staying in? Missy? My dog's like, she sleeps underneath my bed. She's so funny. And like she'll jump up on my bed to make sure I'm there all the time, and then she'll run back in. What you doing? What you doing? They are. They're so good. Like they're honestly just, they're good dogs. They cuddle together. I manifested that. So Ava, my big dog is Roxy and the small one is Mel. And before I had Mel, we had Belle, and she was a Yorkie Poo just like Mel. When she died, I manifested a dog to be just like her. Literally got it the next day, not even kidding. For like, so cheap. They like threw her at us. They did not want this dog for some reason. She was a puppy. She was so cute. Anyway, I used to always say this in my mind. I used to say, I just want my two dogs to cuddle together. I always wanted two dogs to just love each other and cuddle together because my other two never did that. My other little dog didn't cuddle with my big dog because she was more jealous of her. These two are always together. Mel will curl up right in Roxy all the time, and she like for comfort, and she'll lay on her, she'll lay in her and like nuzzle up inside of her. And it's literally, I said, I manifested this because I used to always say this. I said, I just want two dogs to always be cuddled together. I'll show a picture in the Facebook group, guys. We can like do a post our animals day. Are you, Angelica? Yeah, I'll post a picture. I probably have one of all three, like my cat too, but he would never go lay with them on purpose. You weren't in it either? Sally, I could have sworn like you guys were in it already. Like Ava, Sally, Nathan, I just assumed. I know, Ava, like, do you feel, I know I talk about this with some of you, but maybe not all of you. I always believe, and I wrote a book, my second book was about this, how I just always, like, deep down felt like everything's already pre-planned almost. So you're not really, you're just jumping into that reality that exists already because every possible reality exists. But it's almost like it's already pre-planned. I always say, like, I can't wait. I want to know this. Like, I can't wait to know all this. Like, I want to know all these storylines. I want to know what the possibilities were and could have been. Hi, Thomas. Yes, Sally, that's why. Like, I just always had a feeling that these things were already meant to happen. Everything was already, I always felt that when I met someone, I always felt that connection right away with them. I knew I was going to be friends with certain people. When I met my brothers, I met my brother's wife, my younger brother's wife, before he met her. And when I met her, the whole way how it happened is crazy too. When I met her through another friend, I knew this girl was special. And I knew she was going to be in my life. And she ended up marrying my brother. But yet she didn't know my brother at the time. So and when I first met her through another friend, it was like an instant connection with her. I knew it. I always knew that with people. Oh, that makes me feel good, Nathan. Because I know sometimes people think they tease me. Oh, I'm like, the way I'm like staring, like a... And you, like, almost like everybody did have a role in your life. Like, even people that you would, the so-called bullies, like, everybody had like that role that they were playing almost. Like, I resonate with that sometimes. Oh, good night, Nathan. I know, I should probably be getting to bed too. But it's like, doesn't matter what time I lay down to go to bed, I'm always like just laying there for a while. Yeah, I always recommend that. And the fact that you said it means that you're intuitively feeling that as well, Viking. I would tell you to know that what you want is done, because we know every possible reality exists in this very moment, right? That's a desire of yours. And you have to know it's done and it's unfolding in this very moment. And to really allow it to unfold in the best way possible for you is to truly take your attention off of it 100% and focus on you. Focus on your own happiness. When it comes to relationship, the best example I give to people is think about it as less as possible. Think about yourself feeling good without it. Get yourself to a place where you feel good without it, right? Where you're secure on your own and you're fulfilled on your own and you're happy on your own and you're finding yourself in a way, right? Use that time to really focus on you. That's what brings it in the best way possible for you. You're not supposed to know how it's unfolding. And when we're getting too involved in checking things and looking out for, is this happening or is this not happening? Checking on them, seeing how they're doing. That's all getting yourself involved in the unfolding, and you're not allowing it to actually unfold. So that would be my answer to that. Yes. And like, vibration is everything. And that's what Abraham says all the time. Like, yes, your thoughts create reality. Yes, but it all comes down to vibration. That's why it's so important to make it about how you feel. You will understand this so much better if you just keep making it about how you feel. No problem, Viking. Just remember it's done. That's all you have to remind yourself, and just allow it to unfold by focusing on yourself. The more you focus on yourself, the more you're bringing it in good for you. The one with the cat beach. I have so many good ones. I like, that's what I do when I'm on TikTok. Like, I try to find like funny videos that I can like recreate. And I had so many today, and I'm like, which one should I do today? That one was funny, the cat one. I do too, Angelica. Oh my God, yeah. And that's why it's like, never take anything serious. None of this is serious. It literally is a game. It's a game, and you're just moving up levels. Like, I have an ebook that's called that. Life is just a game. And then I didn't realize that, what's her name, Florence wrote a book that said the same thing, but mine's an ebook and it's not the same. But I love that, Ava. I literally love that. I believe that, Ava. Ava, I always talked about this. I talked about how when I first was opened up to this information, Ava, like I was so happy because I was so excited about it, and I was literally jumping timelines. And it's because I was so high energy, because I was so excited. Like it was like my soul was resonating with all of this information that we create our own realities. And that's how I always explain it. Like I was jumping timelines, right? I love that you said that. It's so true. High vibration is key to it. But I always tell people like they don't like that term and they get like triggered by it. But you don't always have to be in a high vibration. You even just being calm and being, at a calm state is you still being, you're out of it's just really about get yourself out of those lower energies. And you will when you move forward with just knowing that you're here to live an amazing life, and just do your best to feel the best you can in each moment. Just know there's nothing serious. Like when Abraham says there's really nothing serious going on, there really isn't. Think light about it and just keep moving towards what feels best in each moment, and everything will lead you to your best life effortlessly. I can't even believe some of the things that I've transformed in my life. Yeah, it's Philly Beach. It's super Philly. Oh, good night, Ray. Have a good day tomorrow, Ray. Yeah, Ava, one of Abraham's videos, she says that there's nothing serious going on here. Patrick, jump on, go on the link there. On my, I say go on the link there. I don't even know where I'm pointing. Go on the link on my name or something, and click on the link thing, and you'll see private Facebook group, Create Your Best Life. All right, I'm gonna jump off now too, guys. It's 12, and I know my daughter's gonna be knocking in a minute. Hi, Tony. Tony, you didn't just jump on, did you? Because I was just saying I'm going to jump off. I can just, I pick up on energy. Like, I can just feel like my daughter's going to be needing me in a minute. She's going to be knocking on this door. I just know it. I'm going to upload these. I'll upload this one to on the YouTube again. And I'm trying to think with the Facebook thing. What did I say I was going to do with the Facebook? I'll accept everyone that jumped in tonight. Aw, sorry, Surfer. Thanks for being my moderators, guys. Everyone have a really good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Bye, Pixie. Bye, Christine. Oh, yeah, I'm going to post the dogs. I'm going to post them, yes. We can all post our animals if you guys have any. Good night, 5D. Bye, Stella. Bye, Beach. Bye, Bob. Bye, Nathan.